Welcome to clickmeproject.com. This is our project title, Distributed Storage Design for Encrypted Personal Health Record Data, and this is our project abstract. This system is instance work in order to manage the encrypted PHR data on a secured cloud storage. HBase and Hadoop are utilized in this work. The objective to provide an API for any PHR system to download the encrypted PHR data from a cloud storage. The DSPHR resolves the name node memory issues of HDFS when storing a lot of small files by classifying the encrypted PHR data into small and large files. The small files will be handled by HBase scheme that is proposed in this work. The memory consumption and the processing time of the proposed TSCPHR are evaluated using real data sets collected from the various healthcare communities. And this is our data flow diagram of our project. First, we have to select data sets. With the data sets, the real-time data sets of the healthcare of the personal patient data, and we have to load into the data set, load the data set into the system, and we have to store it into the HBase, the Hadoop database. And if it is stored in the HDBase, if it's a large file, then split the data into the small files and for storing into the different distributed data storage servers. And then if we have to encrypt the file before we have to store it into the different distributed server because of the security reason. Then we have to split the data into the smaller parts, and then we have the smaller parts is the encrypted. We have to encrypt the different file, and then we have to store the different encrypted files database into the different servers like server 1, server 2, server 3. We have to send the data to the server 1 and have to receive the data by the server 1, and then we have to store all the data into the smaller pieces of data into the HDBase. Then we have to, after that, we have to store in the database. We can access the data from the Hadoop database using the user authentication. If we have to user authentication, we have to give the proper patient authentication like ID and the passwords, the username and passwords. And if we have this value, we have to validate that. If we validate, we have to go to view the patient details. If it is not, then we have to exit from that system. If we have to get the database, we have to authenticate it, then validate the user authentication. After validation is successfully completed, then we have to give the patient ID, give our patient ID who with the details. Then we have to view the details of the patients. Then exit from the system. Then see the demo of our project. First, click home.java and right click on it and choose run file option. After choosing the run file option, the home page window will be displayed in our screen, and then we have to enter it into the system. After that, we have to view the dataset loading options. We have to load the dataset, the patients.csv, the file here is choose, and then load the data into the dataset, and then we have to preprocess and load into the HBase, and then view the data types and the number of records and the number of rows and the columns. Then click the X button, and then we have to send the address and they send the address to the server 1, and they send the disease to the server 2, and the final report to the send it to the server 3. Before that, we have to view the address of the patients. Then we have to encrypt the data. The encryption will be applied here. Then we have to encrypt that. Before that, we have to click server 1, and then the server will be started, and then run the server 1 option in the server folder. Then receive the text. We have to receive the text. It says encrypted text. Then we have to decrypt the data. So then we have to decrypt the data. So now we have to decrypt the data. Yes. we have that. So the address are all decrypted and stored into the database. Then store data. The address of the system is distributedly stored in the server 1, and then now we have to go back for get the diseases. It's the diseases. Then encrypt the diseases. Encrypted successfully. Then send the diseases to the server 2. Then here go to the server 2 and right click on it and run file option, select run file option. Then receive the text. You have to receive the text. Then decrypt the text. Yes, we have to store the file in the server 1, server 2, and then go back to the sending file. Then get the final report of the patient. Then encrypt the encrypt the encrypt the data, and then send to the server 3 and right click on it and select run file option, and then now we receive the file. Final report will be received. It's a received. Finally we have to receive the file. Then store the final report into the server 3. We have to store the successfully. Then we have to complete the storage operation for the personal healthcare systems, and then now we have to log in into the system. We can give any person's login into the here. If it is authenticated, first P5 and enter text, login. Have to log in text successfully. Then we have to get the information. If we click give the ID of the patient, to get that we can access the data sets. We have to completely view the patient names, patient name, ID, address, and the treatments are, and the final report. We have to read the completely. We have to read the details, personal details from the different distributed data server, and then we have to get the personalized data. Then close the program. Thanks to listen this video.